Hey there friends, Nibs again. I'm out here in the other garage today doing a little bit of goofing around, doing a little bit of plinking, and I'm going to be doing a video in this video for you guys, specifically on this scope mount. And as most of you guys know, if you watch airgun channels at all, springers are well known for tearing up even scopes that are supposed to be rated for springers. People have tried to come up with ways to, make their scopes last on springers. And Diana came out with a mount some time ago called their zero recoil mount. And like just about anything that is worth anything that somebody comes out with, somebody is going to try to make a knockoff of it. And this one actually came from Amazon. There's probably at least a dozen different Chinese brand companies on there that are selling a mount similar to this. I don't remember the name specifically of this particular one, but I just grabbed one that was less than $20. I'll give you a close-up of it real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. I've got some, so it mounts on the dovetail rail. They actually do have them with Picatinny rail mounts as well, but it has a spring-loaded system that rides on two rods that allows the scope to spring back and forth. Very similar in concept to the way the old target scopes of old Inertals and Feckers and that sort of thing were able to slide in their mount, and they had a spring on the front mount because those scopes were notorious for being damaged by recoil as well. But so this one here, I guess I'll do that now. I have a couple of clips. I did actually kind of little poll. I didn't do it as a poll, but just ask the question, should the spring go in the back, spring go in the front? And it was literally like 50-50 of comments, spring in the front, spring in the back. And but everything I've found online wants you to put the spring in the back, and I think I agree with that now. I did actually try to mount this scope with the spring in the front, and the scope was so far forward on the gun, I would have needed to use like a pistol scope to actually be able to look through it, which maybe not be a bad thing. But I did my own video, but I also have two very short clips, and I'll play them because it's not going to take too much time to do them. I'll play the first one here, and I'll talk over top of it while they're playing. But as you see these videos, you can see that the gun has a recoil impulse to the rear, and then during the spring starts moving, and while the scope is still in forward movement, from that the reverse impulse happens, so the scope isn't sitting hard against the stop when that reverse impulse happens. So it really negates having the spring in the back negates both the forward, the normal, and the reverse recoil impulse that the gun has. I have already done a video on this gun that this is mounted on. This is the Norica Dream Hunter. It did shoot pretty well with all the pellets I tested. It actually shot the best with the Craftsman Premier hollow points. So we're going to go ahead and just do a group or two with the Craftsman Premier hollow points. Probably just one, maybe I'll do more than 5 shots, but the group I did with the review for this gun, actually 4 of the pellets, oh jeez, you got to get that gun tucked into your inside of your thigh really good, because it's a chore of a cocking stroke to get that guy cocked. But so anyway, the Craftsman Premier hollow points, I had 4 pellets into the same hole. I'm shooting 21 yards here, and then I actually flinched one just I don't know, 1/4 of an inch high from the rest of the 4. So it's still overall a really good group. But let's go ahead and shoot 5 or 6 shots with this. So this gun is not, I wouldn't consider this gun a Magnum. I mean, if this gun had been made back in the 80s or 90s, it probably would have been called a Magnum. But it's a 800-900 foot per second, 177, probably 900 foot per second, 177. Did that one go in the same hole? If it didn't, it went completely off the target. I'll have to, I'm not sure. I'll have to review the footage from the downrange camera. All right. I do see a hole just above it, just off the target. Okay, that one was just on the edge of the target, so looks like my point of impact from when I first zeroed it may have shifted up just a little bit. Still minute a squirrel. I think on the box for this gun, it actually says up to 1,000 feet per second, and I'm sure that's with a very light alloy pellet. So I say all that to say this, is not the Magnum Springer that, the big Magnum Springers, Diana Magnum 350 type of thing, breaking the sound barrier quite yet, but it packs a punch and it's got quite a bit of recoil, and I'm sure it would tear up this scope in short order if it was not on a mount like this. All right, now we're settling in. Let's do a few more. It is a fun gun to shoot. But I really do intend on getting several more of these mounts. I really want to get some scopes on a few of my other Springers. But I've really been trying to find a good scope that will last on a Springer, and I've bought a couple that claim to be airgun rated, and they're Springer airgun rated, and the last one I had was a BSA. I can't remember the model number, but it was a BSA. Bought it off of Amazon. I put it on my Magnum 350. I didn't have 50 shots on it, and that thing was patterning like that at 25 yards. I can't imagine there was anything left inside that scope that was intact. Oh, that one went a little high. So there you go. That is a pretty cool thing. I did another video, and I'm not going to go into it too heavily here, but I did do a video. There is these, at least the knockoff ones, there is quite a bit of wiggle, and I never even tried it before I did the modification, but I assumed it was going to be very inaccurate. But there's a very simple, very cheap modification you can do that really takes all that slop out of that. It just takes a nice sharp pair of scissors and a unshot soda can, and you cut a couple little strips of 1/4 inch wide strips of maybe even less than a 1/4 inch off from those soda cans, about the length of this mount, and you slide it in along with the rods. Again, go back in my videos and you'll find the Springer mount modification video. But I do intend to buy another one of these mounts and not do the modification to it first, just so we can see if that really makes a big difference. There's a little point in the front here that lines up with a little concave cone on the base itself. And so that actually is supposed to recenter the scope. So maybe it's not necessary to take that play out of it, but it really felt pretty sloppy to me when I first got it. But just putting that little sliver of soda can in there made all the difference in the world. So, but anyway, there you guys go. That is the Amazon, I guess I could just call it Amazon Springer scope mount, zero recoil scope mount, mounted up on my Norica Dream Hunter. I really like this gun. It is, it's going to be quite the soda can killer come summertime for sure. I'm looking forward to filling some soda cans up with water and blasting them with, I love blasting them with guns like this with pretty good power. It just makes for good video. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.